Good evening. The news stories start right now on ABC 3340. Bacteria breakthrough.
A deadly food illness appears to have met its match tonight. The new vaccine that may save lives and a lot of pain.
Speaking of misery, foot pain puts the brakes on an active life. Tonight, a brand new procedure could help you skip the aches one step at a time.
And right now, former Alabama head coach Mike Dubose is hospitalized with a gunshot wound. We're told it was an accident, and tonight we have new information on his condition.
Are you ready to turn the tables on robocalls? Tonight, the app that will actually block them and even bother those scammers.
This is ABC 3340 News Tonight with Christopher Sine and Brenda Ladun.
Tonight, a controversial issue up for public discussion. A new village-like development could be built across from one of the most popular destinations in Pelham. ABC 3340's Andrew Donnelly was at the City Council meeting tonight. He joins us live from where this new development is planned to go. Andrew.
Brenda, the plan is to build this development right here behind me in this wooded area. It's right across the street from one of the most popular places in Pelham. That's the Oak Mountain Amphitheater. We're talking 38 acres, including retail, business, and residential. There's talk of a nature path, high-end apartments, even a brewery. Now that all depends on if the council gives this the green light on rezoning the property. So far, a lot of people have been outspoken about the plan, questioning what it means for the community as far as traffic and money going towards schools. But guess what? Tonight, not one person stood up to speak out against it. There is more public hearing coming up. There will be one more before the vote. We'll let you know when that happens. Live in Pelham, Andrew Donnelly, ABC 3340 News.
From Pelham, let's go to Hoover, where city leaders are talking about luring UAB's Midwest Hospital to town. UAB plans to build a new modern hospital in place of the current facility in Bessemer. Well, tonight, an economics professor at Auburn University at Montgomery presented an impact study to the Hoover City Council members. Councilman Derek Murphy says this is just the beginning of the information gathering process.
We start looking at the numbers, bringing that type of facility to any location will bring not only just jobs, but just that global type environment.
The city is considering the Highway 150-459 corridor for this project. It has not yet been determined what the financial incentives will be that will be offered.
Tomorrow, work will get underway in Bessemer on the new Amazon Fulfillment Center. The groundbreaking is tomorrow afternoon. When opened, it will employ 1,500 people. Jefferson County commissioners have called this development deal a game changer.
New at 10, once again, Fairfield employees are feeling the effects of the city's money woes. ABC 3340 obtained a letter from Mayor Ed May to all personnel Friday saying that he can no longer assure the processing of payroll to employees. He says employees won't be paid for the last 2 weeks of September for now. The mayor blamed the city council and hopes to have the issue resolved this week. One police officer we spoke with says they will not be returning to work until payroll is fixed.
Also new at 10, Jacksonville State University will get $18.1 million from FEMA to help with tornado recovery. According to our news partner, the Anniston Star, the money is coming as a grant. The money will be used to replace damaged buildings. It will cover at least 75% of the reconstruction costs on campus.
Now tonight's first forecast from the Weather Authority.
October warmth is the big headline. A strong upper high strengthens across the region. That means highs in the mid to upper 80s every day for the rest of this week. Early morning lows between 68 and 72. Maybe a few isolated showers tomorrow. The rest of the week will be dry. These afternoon highs about 10 degrees above average for early October. Cold up north, but for now the upper air winds will not allow that air to drop on down to the south. More on this interesting weather pattern coming up very shortly, so stay with us.
New developments tonight, a second mistrial in the capital murder case of Jessica Chambers, who was found alive burning near her car in 2014. Today, the jury told the judge they were deadlocked and could not reach a verdict after 2 days of deliberations. It's unclear right now if Quentin Tellis will face a third trial.
The man accused of killing a South Alabama teenager in 2017 sentenced to life in prison today without parole. Matthew Moberg was sentenced in Pascagoula, Mississippi. The body of 16-year-old Brian Parker was found last May in Greene County, Mississippi. Parker was last seen alive with Moberg on security video in Loosedale.
The 17-year-old facing charges for shooting 5 people, killing one of them, will appear before a judge on October 24th. The teen faces murder charges for the September 9th shooting near Auburn's campus. Police are still investigating. They believe the shooting was targeted, but have not released the motive. After a week-long search, the body of a missing Tuscaloosa man has been found in the woods behind his home.
Officers say there's no foul play suspected at this time in 92-year-old John Douglas Fred's death. ABC 3340's Elizabeth Lane spoke with friends and family who are remembering Mr. Fred.
It is bittersweet. I know I'm going to miss him.
Albert Wilson was best friends with John Douglas Fred for nearly 40 years. They lived on the same street.
We did almost everything together. He was a person that really enjoyed sports. He and I always bought season tickets to all of Alabama's basketball games.
Now Mr. Fred's chair inside his friend's house sits empty. The 92-year-old man went missing last week. Police searched on the ground and by helicopter using drones and divers to find him.
We initially said that there's no way he could have, gone with anyone. We know that these woods are very thick, so we kind of knew that he had to be in the area. The not knowing was the worst part.
Fred was a school principal and a graduate of Alabama A&M. His favorite pastime was his garden.
He was very loved. He was an extremely generous person, and he always tried to help.
I'm just grateful that he had a legacy that he could leave that was as strong as that, and thanking God that he's not suffering.
In Tuscaloosa, Elizabeth Lane, ABC 3340 News.
John Douglas Fred's family says they wanted to thank the community for the prayers and support. Funeral arrangements have not yet been set. Now to the newest information regarding Mike Dubose. The former Crimson Tide head coach apparently accidentally shot himself today. There are several reports that he was able to drive himself to an Opp area hospital where he was then airlifted to the Dothan area hospital. It appears the injury is not life-threatening, but will require surgery to remove the bullet from his shoulder.
New tonight, St. Clair County Schools working to fix overcrowded buses. Parents tell us their children have to sit in the aisles, on the floor, and in some cases in the laps of other students. The transportation director says they're always adjusting routes and that more drivers are needed. Parents say that's no excuse when it comes to children's safety.
I wouldn't shove my kids on the floor of my car and say, here, sit here. They sit in their seats, they buckle up. So to know that, and then to know that smaller children are sitting on the laps of other kids, that's heartbreaking.
The transportation director says he believes all issues will be resolved by the end of the week.
Flooding at Williamson High School in South Alabama is frustrating parents. Video shows ankle-deep water their children actually have to wade through. And it's not a new problem. Parents say complaints for years have not been addressed. Parent Prattis Williams says the flooding is hard to avoid because it's right by the cafeteria, the gym, and the band room.
It's nasty. Who wants to walk through there? Who wants their feet to be wet all day from this nasty water?
Williams said the principal told them he's filed work orders and promised to fix the issues. But in the 4 years she's been reporting it, it has not been fixed. Today, the school system said it would now regrade the ground so water will flow away from the area.
Looking ahead to tomorrow afternoon, there's a public hearing on the Star Lake Improvement Project. It's from 6 until 8 at Green Valley Baptist Church on Patton Chapel Road. The meeting is a come-and-go format so you can see the options.
An old hospital could soon get new life in North Birmingham. Developers want to turn the Caraway Hospital campus into a mixed-use development. They'll hold a second meeting on their proposal in 10 days on October 11th. Caraway has been vacant now for 10 years since that hospital shut down.
Friday from 8:30 till noon, the city of Tuscaloosa will offer amnesty for misdemeanor offenders. That includes those facing writs and citations. They can pay fines without fear of additional fees, arrest, or jail time. For more information, you can call the Tuscaloosa Municipal Court. And putting a stop to a deadly bacteria. Tonight, the medical breakthrough targeting salmonella, the millions of lives that could be saved. Plus, hanging up on robocalls without touching your phone. Yes, the new app that helps you get the better of the scammers on the other end. And you're taking a live look outside right now. It's October 1st, but the weather doesn't say fall. James Spann will have your 7-day forecast next.